Hello, cleaners. N-camon back, ready to start a new series with Back 4 Blood. Now, I've played two other horde shooters. I use the term shooter loosely, because Vermintide counts as one, but that was more melee. And then Left 4 Dead was one of the early ones when I started my channel back up. Alright, now, as much as I'd like to just get into play, there's plenty of things to talk about with this game, and that's as we go through. I'm not going to spend too much time in the hub between missions, so this is probably the only time I'm going to show it off. Basically, you have a shop where you earn supply points and skulls to spend them. I've bought pretty much everything. It's just all these burner cards as we go through. There's a few cosmetics that I have to have skulls for, and I'm kind of saving those to when they show up. There is a PvP mode, game select, build a deck, and I'll explain all that stuff as we go through. Character editing, but I can access all this from right here. Now, for those that know, Back 4 Blood, and unfortunately, it is the case because even the devs applied heavily on it. It was trying to be the successor to Left 4 Dead because there was no Left 4 Dead 3 and they thought they could. I mean, they even called it Back 4 Blood. Couldn't stay away from the 4. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty on point. I have no problems when it comes to gameplay. In fact, it fits in really well with what goes on. It's other things that they did and didn't do that kind of shot themselves in the foot. And I'll get to most of that as we go through. Now, I got profile where, you know, you can customize your cleaners. Or, no, this one's customized like your icons. This is the in-game achievements. There's plenty that I haven't done, mainly due to either difficulty, because I mainly play the solo. And then there's also some that are based on the Swarm mode, which is the multiplayer mode, and well, last time I checked, there's like 1,600 people playing it. The highest within 24 hours was 3,000. Yeah, it lost a lot, and I can't say for sure people went back to Left 4 Dead, but I mean, that seems like the case for... At least that's what some popular opinions are. Alright, the armory doesn't do much. This is just when you pick up the weapon, because you pick up the weapons in-game. This is just skins. So if I pick up the Beretta 9, it will have this skin, the chrome skin, because I have it set. You could have all these others, but most of them are locked. Most of them are locked due to achievements. And a lot of those achievements, I'm not even bothering to try, because I've gotten the main ones I'll go for, but there's no way I can seriously 100% this at any point, because hardly anyone plays the PvP Swarms mode, and I'll actually get into that later. I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, cleaners. When the game originally came out, we had 8 cleaners. These 4 came out with DLC later on. I think it was like these 2, then Dan, then Talia. There's things that they could have done better when it came to cleaners. I don't mean personalities, graphics, things like that. When I start a mission, I'll explain it. There's a supply line I can access from here. Decks, I think the deck part was a great thing to do for progression, to make sure you can play how you want. But there's also other things they could have really done to help this a little. Now, I have a bunch of decks that I have here. I can't get rid of the star one as much as I try. And as I play through each of the acts, I'm going to pick a different one to go through. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and campaign here. It'll remember the last campaigns, even if you completed them. I can just delete them like that. I tend to keep like the most recent-ish. I technically have beaten the Nightmare version of here. I keep it more as a trophy because it's a bit. This one's just a boss fight. But otherwise you can just get rid of them. So I'm going to create run. I'm going to be doing this on Nightmare, but if I No, we're gonna start Act 1. But if I lose, and with Nightmare somewhere, because it's just me, and this game is designed to actually have people. I'll have bots with me, just like Left 4 Dead. But, yeah, I mainly play Veteran, especially just when I'm trying to have fun. I'm going to try Nightmare, but if I lose in Nightmare, I'm going to tone it down, jump in Veteran, and go back to where I was. I have never played No Hope, and I have no desire to. So Nightmare, Act 1. Oh, we're not selecting a starport, we'll just create run. It's going to open up with a cutscene.
Walker? Chris? It's good to see you.
Chris?
Mom.
Long time no see.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
No more freebies, Red. You want the supplies? You need to put aside your difference with Phillips.
Yeah, I'm done playing soldiers for him. You should be too. Come on, Chris. But don't tell me you're still falling for his BS. Especially after what happened to Jason.
Don't bring my son into this. Look, you know how I feel about Phillips, but he's right about one thing. This is a war.
The general's just clinging to the glory days. There's no chief left to hail to. Not that I'd want to.
Look, I get it.
No, you don't. Okay, we're surviving here. Rebuilding.
Surviving's not enough. We've got to fight.
Now, we don't need to do anything. All right, when was the last time you saw written in any numbers?
I forget how long this is. It's been so long since I actually watched it.
God, I love Mondays.
No shit.
Hey, I got this. On second thought.
Through here! Welcome to the team.
Okay, that's done. All right, so part of the issue with that I know of with Back 4 Blood is when it came to the story overall. I'm not talking the zombies themselves and the outbreak and everything like that. Like right there, it's like we know nobody and any conflicts going on, suggesting so much, and yet there's only one thing that I know, and I don't get it until later on, is that starting guy they talk to is at odds with the general that we kind of take orders from. That's a big deal there. And then you find out basically went there without permission and didn't care to trust us. So these characters are clean. They're called cleaners, not like survivors they're called cleaners to clean out the ridden. The ridden is the term for the zombies. And the zombies, instead of being the standard like undead style, it's a worm-based parasite. So there's the way it makes their design choices for designing them, I think, is good. There's some issues later on, but I'll get to that when that's there. All right. So right now it's pick a character. You're stuck with this character for the full act. I'm going to pick Hoffman. He's actually one of my favorites. But before I select and move on, now remember I mentioned before that these first 8 were in the base game. Okay, these last 4 came with DLC. Basically, part of the issue I have and why people felt it a little hollow compared to Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead had 4 characters for the entire run, and because of that, you could have very specific conversations between them. When I pick Hoffman and I go to like a very particular map, every time it goes there, he brings up something about an accident at school. Somebody says somebody else that's in the group says some blank line like, oh, what happened, or something like that. It doesn't matter. There's somebody that will say it. And then he tells the story. But it's always the same type of thing going on. You could have multiple types of conversations between very specific characters, rather than this character says her thing, somebody has generic reply, and then she has specific reply about her to go back to it. I think it would have been a whole lot better. And I'm going to do this as I have time, because when I get playing, I know I'm going to forget what to say as I go. I'll get interrupted and distracted. What I think would have been a better choice is that, and not even counting for these 4, because this is DLC based, each individual act, if you want a large cast of characters like this, each individual act could have 4. So, yeah, and I have their outfits already preset to stuff too. That's why they don't look like the. So we have these 4 right here: Evangelo, Walker, Holly, and Mom, the one that called Chris. And yes, she doesn't look like that because I put a skin on it. But those 4 were in the cutscene. I could pick anyone else, and they're in that place, despite who was there at the beginning cutscene, which is the first mission takes place right after that. That's part of the issue I have. If they kept it to just these 4, I think they could have had better voice lines with things that come out, better dialogue between each other, fleshed out characters themselves just between choices that are said, and you could also have multiple things that go through that are totally random, so you don't hear something maybe the first couple times you go through, but you hear it eventually. Now, the starting weapon characters I have no problem with. Each one have like a specific set of weapons and gear loadout, that's fine. I think one thing that kind of made things a little harsh was every character has a perk for themselves and the team, and that kind of shoehorns in, oh, this person's the best character for this one's best character. So if you want an ideal squad, you got... No, if Left 4 Dead, and I will refer to it because developers even went back to it, I think it would have been better if everyone had no special abilities. Starting weapons were fine, because you find weapons throughout the mission and re-equipped. But as far as the starting equipment, starting effects goes, like Walker here has 10% damage, and if he pings a mutation, basically a special enemy, there's reduced damage on, and then the whole team has 10 more health. I think all those effects should have been wiped. You should just be able... The characters themselves were just the skins, like the 4 in Left 4 Dead. Whether that's Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2. And then Act 2, you could have had like these 4 right here. Act 3, you could have a jumble between these sets here. And Act 4, since it's just a boss fight right outside the base, home base, Port Hope it is, you could pick anyone you want. I think that would have been a better idea to go about. That's just me. I mean, even down here, if there isn't a multiplayer 4-player group, I'm pretty sure like the 5th act will always have Dan, and 6 will always have Talia. I think that's true if they're bots. I don't know, but it always feels like that's the case. These two really don't. They were just thrown in there. But again, I think it would have been a whole lot better. So Hoffman here, I'm going to pick him for the first one. I'll pick someone else for every act. But I'm going to pick Hoffman first.
Once more under the breach, dear friends. I loved Hamlet. That donkey guy was hysterical.
Now, the decks, I have built these decks on my own. I have named them. If you're playing multiplayer, you don't see the deck names of others. So hopefully you've got some sort of voice chat going on. The progression you have in here, you would get a starter deck like this. So eventually things work out. When the game first launched, you would get your cards slowly throughout the entire run. But eventually they made an update where it's like you get your whole deck at the very beginning. Yeah, but they also adjusted the challenge because of that. I was fine either way. I kind of like this one because you can get everything you're looking for instead of trying to build up to a particular combination. You buy these with the supply points you earned from a trader before. I've already bought pretty much everything, so there's nothing else. I have them all. You get some for certain achievements and unlocks, but beyond that, it's how you want to build. So for this first one, I'm going to pick my scavenger deck. It has a knife. It has close range healing from melee attacks, basically. But the main thing it is it's going to spawn extra cash, extra items on the map. If I'm playing with other people, I'm basically grenades for everybody. They're just going to show up everywhere on the map. So I'm going to go with my Hoffman Scavenger. And I am going to... Okay, and so this is something that came up later as well. Burn cards. This gave purpose to all the supply points after you bought all the cards and other things from there. So I never really use these. Well, in Vetrum. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I use at least one per match because I have hundreds. In fact, I have... If I go to utility... If I go utility... I have 244 of this card specifically. So I am going to use one to get a weapon right off the bat that I'm going to look for. Based on the bit, quite honestly, the one things I go for often is the sniper rifle. I will for this one, but I'll try to lay off it for the future ones. Where's the sniper rifle? Yeah. Hopefully I can get something other than... It grants yourself a higher quality sniper rifle with random attachments. Starting a game, you get no attachments and everything's like the weakest weapons you could get. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that. Oh, I got a Phoenix already. This is my favorite of all the sniper rifles. It's the mid-range one.
Ren was a good man. One of the few left. He didn't deserve to go out like that.
We need to get clear of the city. We'll stand a better chance of survival once we're out of Evansburg.
Rover 2, this is Hope 1. Do you copy?
Roger. Rover 2 here, over.
Need all cleaners back at the Ville, pronto. Hard copy?
Tell my daughter it'll be okay. And I'll see her soon.
Hope 1 out.
Well, let's move.
Yeah, so not a single one of them are from that cutscene, despite us getting here right now. Every time you start, there's going to be a chest that has some weapons just sitting out for you to pick up. So if you want an assault rifle but you start with shotgun, you can do that. But it's like it's A1 sniper rifle, basic shotgun, basic SMG, bat, or something. What I came over here, even though Hoffman starts with the ammo pouch, which basically just dumps a bunch of ammo out.
Best be prepared for any and all eventualities.
Toolkits are king on utility. You have a healing slot, a healing item spot, a offensive spot for grenades, and then you have the utility.
Intel over here.
Ridden all around me.
Need to reload.
Got a sleeper!
Always seek the higher ground.
Intel here.
I'll take the sidearm. Yeah. You have your primary, your secondary, and I have a knife equipped from a card. Typically, you have a punch, which is just a bash to push them away.
Putting
Copper.
this in my pocket. No, actually, this pocket. Taking this.
Okay, in between the screams of the undead. Oops, take that instead.
Trouble ahead. I can sense it.
I think I found the way through. Back, damn you.
Reloading.
All right, so in game, and when I say in game, I mean in match.
I heard something.
Intel.
You get copper, and that's to buy things. I'm not using shotguns, so I'm not going to worry about that. You have you have ammo types to worry about. That's one of the differences between this and Left 4 Dead. You just pile the ammo for whatever weapon you got, and if you ran out, pick another weapon up. Nope, I want aim down sights.
Take it down.
How do you two fuckers?
Get back! Found a duffel bag.
Order up.
All right. The copper I'm picking up is basically the currency. I can use it to either buy coins in match,
Haven't I been telling you?
or buy
Everyone
things
was
at the
getting
start.
Too comfortable. Philip saw this coming.
All right.
Talked to him, told him my concerns. He agreed. Said, I'm right there with you, HR. Right there with you.
Let's
Well,
go ahead and
what
make use of
do
this
you
real
know?
quick. Put this at the door. Alright, I could use my toolkit and lower this quietly, but I need to use it for the loot room that's in here.
Told you those things were useful.
Chow time's over, pal.
Something's off. I can feel it. Roll around me.
Acid.
Skin's on fire.
Yeah, I can feel it burning.
Mighty impressive craftsmanship
Strap
with
that
smithing
armor on.
armor. In the
Let's
field,
move.
no less.
Learned from the best. My own grandpa. Every summer I'd come out and we'd spend hours in the garage restoring some rust bucket.
Yeah.
Got real good at using my hands. Stun gun!
Taking this.
There's the highest end sniper rifle.
Better than Bill's.
I'll take that for now.
Sight. It'll help you
I
with your
don't
shot.
want the scope. Effective range, sure.
They'll be back. They always come
All
back.
right, you get at Nightmare. You get one free use of this thing.
There's a first aid cabinet if you need it.
Bots get unlimited, but they're on cooldown.
That's your match when you met H.R. Hoffman.
Leftover.
Gas can!
Take that.
Better
Oh.
be ready. Don't catch me off guard.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Feeling things are gonna get ugly. Got armor here. This way.
Hold up.
Take this!
Yeah, I'll take that.
It's your lucky day, H.R.
That's it for now. But keep your guard up.
Max health, good. You can pick up food. Because Hang's here, there's going to be a lot of food on the map. And basically what food does is little map-long buffs. Health regen, damage, things like that.
We need help. They've got us trapped.
It's all right. Just tell us where you are.
Oh, thank God. We thought we were the only ones left. We could really use some assistance. We're pinned down in the old...
Shit. I hate being fucking helpless.
Alright, the main reason I have the knife with this type of build is because I'm not switching to something for close up and personal.
Something smells bad, but once it is enough.
That doesn't sound...
Heads up! There's a wearer close.
Leftover.
Get some light here. Watch out! Pressure!
I'll take that.
That's the cereals for stamina. Hi.
No time to waste.
I've got you.
Nice one, Hoff.
Pressure over there!
Alright, now... It's hard to see in the combat, but there's... The Crusher that they just called out is typically 3 of one type of shape of enemy.
You hear that?
The Tall Boy, the Tall Boy, Crusher, and all of them, they all have the exact same silhouette, which is a big problem. I mean, if I gotta crack open a door, I might as well crack open all doors.
What's that?
Well, what do you know?
Fire in the hole! Smoke grenade!
Back up!
Weak points are clearly shown. Actually, I want that.
I'm reloading!
Oh no, come on. Oh,
Shut the damn door! You want to let them in?
so there's multiple special types of enemies that share the same silhouette. You have the tall boy type, you have like the slinky, crawly ones that will either grab and drag you, spit at you, things like that. And you also have like the boomer types, the ones that'll explode, and there's still 3 types of them. And then there's also 3 varieties of those little totem-looking flesh mounds that will either send bug swarms, explosive things at you, things like that. That's one of the big problems that is just on the enemy design choice. They could have had all those with their own silhouettes that actually had something to do. And those special types, they come in 3 forms, and they're also the PvP enemies that you would have to fight. Okay, let's use a burn card. I really don't want to use the ones I have less than 10 on. Let's see. More copper. Resistance. What's on defense? Actually, yeah, we'll do the trauma resistance because I know what's coming up in this map. Okay. Hi.
All right. Are you injured? Do you need any help?
Didn't ask you to be here. Best you went. The door's clearly marked. Unless you're buying.
Yeah,
Just
he's
get what you need to get out.
he's a vendor. All right, so I got this. I didn't pick up this much myself. Every copper I got, when copper's picked up, it goes to all players. I have 3 bots. Beforehand, the bots didn't do anything with it. This time around, eventually they made one of the updates. They made so all bots give the copper to the players. So this is why I have so much copper, which is very useful. So I can buy everything I need. I'll find attachments through. The main ones I want is reload speed. But I need the utility kits. You can live and die by those. This group of upgrades that I purchased, that goes to the team. That's why the team money kind of helps. If you're playing with people, you can literally give all your money to one person so they can, or give anything that needs consolidated to get what you can. Other than that, everything else is buy for yourself. Not these types. Those heads, they're gonna cause explosions if you stab them. So, one thing with the knives.
Everybody ready?
Die, you
scum! Did you see that?
Leftover.
Keep away from his spawn! I'm reloading!
Alright.
What do you think of this?
Alright, I want that copper.
Putting this in my pocket. No. Actually.
Alright, anything up here? Take the food, I'll take the ammo.
Day, HR.
Something's wrong. Feel it in my bones. Something's off.
Alright, here's an ogre set piece.
Bigger they are.
Better make your peace.
I missed him, didn't I? Oh, hi.
I hope you came to
Hello, I would like to aim, please. Thank you.
So sorry.
You can just run by them.
Be ready.
Perfect timing for a rush. Just my luck.
Need to reload.
Get me up now, and I'll get you up later.
Need to reload.
Gotta find a way to put this thing down!
Hey, a little help wouldn't hurt.
There you go.
They killed Hank!
A tough fight. But we made it through.
Nice one, Hawk.
You can technically run right by them. I prefer to fight. But once you get into that tunnel past the doors, you're perfectly fine. Now we're going to keep you down hanging for a while. Alright, I'm going to make use of these set piece zombies. Oh, come on.
Reloading! Suck it! Watch out, Bruiser! Smoke grenade!
Checking the car. I'll take that.
Now. Alright, Hang's already spawned in close by. Perfect.
Meds here. Hold still, I'll patch that up. Okay, thanks. I'm good. Gotta reload.
The general was right to want to take the fight to them. Too many civvies scared to pick up arms and follow through.
Give me 9 out of copper. Ah, hells. I have a spare.
There.
You'll use it here. You can bypass alarm doors if you got a toolkit.
Thanks, Hoff.
Thank me later.
Always dependable, Hank.
Propane tank.
Yeah, the reason why I'm crouching while I'm stabbing, if I hit that head, I get hurt in the explosion, and I get attacked. Basically thrown back.
Could come in handy.
Well, let's check that down there.
Leftovers.
Ammo cache.
A lot going on since I'm on Nightmare.
Right over there. Got a feeling things are gonna get ugly.
Ah, hells, that's there. Okay. Luckily, it's not too far. In this map, the loot room is always the same. Hi.
Did you hear that?
You're gonna be alright.
Much obliged. It's your lucky day, HR.
Oh, come on. He can hit the door. Oh, come on.
I'll have you feeling better in no time. Leftovers.
Alright, looks like he cracked that door open for me.
What do you think of this?
I'll take that.
Crack that open. Alright. You'll typically have a special mission of some sort that gets you extra cash. It will be posted on your screen. This one is blood samples, and so there's a sample container to pick up and finish with, but
Another day in paradise.
I gotta get it there. And if you are playing alone, it has to be you. Bots will pick up like a supply bag type thing that pops up. I don't need that.
There.
But they won't pick up the mission item. They'll pick up the cosmetic item.
Leftover.
Okay.
Nothing over here.
Rifle.
Sounds like we're approaching a hive.
Cruiser!
Oh, pocketing this.
Get down! Gotta reload.
It's no Chateaubriand, but it's some.
Get back!
Oh, there's more in here? Oh, awesome, yeah.
What's up with that?
Take the copper. Alright, we're about to say hello again to,
Intel here.
I've got goosebumps.
The reason I'm stabbing them is because I got the melee healing stuff.
Why am I not surprised?
Going to wipe that smile off your ugly mug.
Come at me. On my target. Time for this.
Let's go. Need to reload.
Still got
Steal what's
it.
right behind us.
Still got it.
It's done.
Well, what do you know?
Give me an attack. Oh, come on.
Hoffman, check your fire.
Sorry.
I would. Don't walk in front of me.
Don't falter now, friends. We nearly have it.
Oh, shh.
Lucky. We were lucky.
Precious that Hoffman. Hey!
No, you don't. Hi.
Up you get.
Thanks, Hoff.
I've got you covered.
There.
Yeah, I'm good. Incoming!
Better than Bill's.
Gas can.
Found a hide just ahead.
Reloading. Grenade out.
Alright. Alright, so one of the DLCs called the Tunnels of Terror brought these things called hives. These are like alternate exits. The whole team has to be there, but
What's the worst that could happen? You get ripped apart limb by limb and slowly.
alright, now that all the noise is done. So these are special exits that basically go to alternate levels. They do not replace levels in the normal act. Instead, they are like bonus levels, basically, that happen in between acts. Sometimes they're very handy if you just want to early escape, but they are also the only way to get the Skull Totem currency. I will do this one, but majority of future ones I will skip, mainly because it just takes more time. And at this current time, because I'm at just after 40 minutes, I will cut the episode here. For those of you that stuck around, thank you very much. I am N-camon, hobbyist on YouTube, and wish you all a good night.